Cat just burst in here. Really, Maui? Wish I had something to prop this phone up on. Ugh. Let's see if I can do it on here. Can you see a bunch of junk in the back, Cheryl?
It's not a bunch, no.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to move it this way. Now you see a bunch of hangers. Hold on.
We're good.
Okay. Hey, guys.
We're here. We're us. I mean, like, I purposely am only from here up. But yeah, it is noon on 8/22. It's a Tuesday, and you are live with Renee and Cheryl. And we do not have any special guests this week.
Running?
But we do have some things to discuss.
Yes. Hi, guys. If you're here, go ahead and let's see. I'll say hi to everybody on YouTube. Hi. If you're here, drop an emoji or say hi or just let us know that you're here. That will be great. I feel like every week I'm in a different location. I'm gonna get it right.
Actually, I walked outside. I had an Amazon delivery a few minutes sometime recently, and I walked outside to grab it, and it is so nice outside that I almost just took my phone and grabbed a chair and went to do this outside because it is gorgeous.
It is. It is gorgeous.
We got Tom in the house. We've got Side Gig in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. What did I just do what did I just do?
Let's see. I don't think we have anybody here on YouTube, but that's okie dokie. All right, guys. So did you guys have any questions from the following or the previous weeks? If not, we can just hop on into what we were going to chat about today. I'll give people 1 minute. Cheryl, did you want to go first or you want me to hop on in?
I mean, you can go first. I would like to just do a preempt that, this week we're going to talk a little bit about TikTok and revenue streams, like various revenue streams. I'm not sure exactly how far we're going to get down this particular rabbit hole. It's one that Renee and I go down on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Because we're constantly adding stuff, and then just some things just fall off, and then some things don't, and some things will fall off for a while and they'll come back. And basically it's a trial and error and play with and see what kind of sticks. Throw spaghetti at the wall and see what does not fall off.
Yep.
But I believe it or not, this particular thought process came back to me this morning. I was watching a video from a channel about, so what did it say? Moving to Mexico.
Okay.
I think that was the name of it. And the lady from the particular video I watched, her and her husband had been living there for 7 years.
Okay.
And back when COVID hit, they fell into doing something for the community. Because when COVID hit, there was kids that were being left alone. There was people that didn't have food. There was all this stuff. So they ended up starting this thing.
Okay.
And it came back to me that back when I first started working on eBay, the thought hit me that, if people embraced being able to sell on eBay, it's something that you can get started with a library computer and for relatively no money, right?
Yeah.
It's something that could literally change someone's life. They could be homeless and then create an income stream that they could still do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of how I feel about the revenue streams that we talk about, because most everything that we talk about is something that you can do from any location.
Yeah.
All you need is a computer and the internet. Computers and the internet are available at the library, and most households with children are able to, like, they have some of that stuff. Like they're able to get internet for, free or next to nothing.
Yeah.
And when I was a younger single mom, this would have changed my life. So
yeah,
it's something that I feel like if we could get it out there to the right people, and all the people, but specifically single moms, single parents, not just single moms, single
right.
parents, that, maybe they can use Midjourney and create some stickers and throw on Etsy. Maybe they can, maybe they've got a thought process that would be really beneficial in a blog. I don't know, but there's all these different revenue streams that are virtually free to start.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree. Do you think that people are worried that they're not going to be able to figure it out? Or do you think it's more of like a time management thing? So like when you were a single mom, how many did you have to work, like all of the time?
Yeah, I was working 3 and 4 jobs.
Right.
My kids were usually home by themselves.
Yeah. Do you think that do you think it's like a time thing that would hold people back?
I think it's a knowledge thing. I think it's also a mindset thing. For example, and maybe I shouldn't quite say it this way, but all right, anyway, there are people that I know.
Okay.
That are close to me that are unable to currently work outside of the home.
Okay.
To small children. They're not, like, they don't have a home of their own, but they do have access to a computer. They've got a phone with internet. They, most of the stuff can be done right from a phone. So, yeah. But their mindset about working online is, it's not a job.
Okay.
It's not a job. It's you're not doing anything. You're not making money. You're not whatever. I don't know. I don't understand that thought process personally. So maybe that's where what I need to learn is, maybe if anybody is out there watching and you guys can explain that to me so that I can maybe figure out a way to reach these people, I would greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it.
I would say that some of it is probably hesitation because, once you start looking at this stuff, and pretty much all the social medias have these algorithms, that once you start looking at this stuff, you get bombarded with it. And there are so many people, and a lot of them have conflicting information, or the information is not free. They'll have a little free seminar with a $2,000 upsell or whatever, that people don't know who to believe. You know what I mean?
But they don't even believe me, and then they see me doing it. Well, they know that I do it. And I tell them I make money doing it, but I don't necessarily want to show them my bank account either, That's
part of it also. I think people are probably like, okay, well, it's not, I don't personally know anyone with concrete evidence showing me proof that this will work. I mean, that's the only, that's the only thing I can think. You and I don't have that mentality. So, but I've been there too. I was a single mom also, but I didn't work a lot. I mean, I worked long hours, but I would only, I'd work shift work. So
we've got a few comments in the chat.
Oh, good. What do you guys think?
So Mandy says, I'm always trying to get moms in my autism community to sell on eBay, and I'm not sure why people don't. And then Tom says, sounds too easy to be true for some people to want to try. Mandy came back and said, I think moms, and Renee, this one hits really good right at home with you and I. I think moms especially have been kind of oversold on the MLM stuff, and they just fear it because most have bought a kit and had a party that cost them money.
Yep.
I'm not even talking about MLM stuff.
Yeah. And I've been a part of MLMs my whole life. My first sales job was selling Cutco knives, cold calling, door to door, like not parties per se, but a demonstration when I was 18. And then I moved on to Avon, and then it just I've done every MLM there. Some I have made a crap ton of money. Others I have lost my butt. But from all of those sales tactics and selling techniques, good, bad, or indifferent, I've picked up something from every single one. If you notice, and I think that you said, Mandy, right? That was a good, if you notice a lot of, and it's here on YouTube, I see it a lot, people will start their ads off now saying, this is not buying a bunch of inventory. This is not MLM. This is not, and I think that is a big reason why, because people like, oh God, here we go, another ad. What do I have to buy? So now a lot of people start their ads with, oh no, you don't have to buy this, or you can go in with little money. And I'm not even sure that they're even converting. I mean,
Right. So Miss Lachey Resells is here. She says, good afternoon, ladies in chat. Cygig said, some people just can't be self-employed. They have to go to a job and be told what to do and when to do it. We're all different. And I get that too. My husband he's totally one of those people that does not understand the mentality of owning your own business, being self-employed. He has punched a clock his entire life. He makes really good money at what he does. But that being said, it's like we were just talking about how much money each of us have made up to this point this year. Mm-hmm. And gross, I have finally surpassed my husband.
Yay!
Now that's gross, and I don't have when I say I don't have a whole lot to show for it, it's because I utilize taxes to the benefit,
right?
And I move as many personal expenses over as I possibly can, and I invest a lot right back into my business.
Right.
So, and we have a good time.
Right.
So there's that. We have a good time.
You guys go on your trips, and you have your babies, your fur babies.
Yep.
Deborah says people may be afraid of the financial instability that may come along with working online, or they may undersell their own abilities by thinking they aren't savvy enough, or they don't know where to start. All of it is wrapped in fear.
I completely, wholeheartedly agree. Absolutely well said.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that brings up another point. And when I got started with eBay, I mean, everybody struggles with everything.
Yeah.
But I had ran my own accounting business different times. I'd done taxes for people, run my own business doing taxes. I've done that over the years.
Right.
But sometimes it just takes one person to believe in you.
Yep.
Enough that you learn a nugget and you run with it, and it changes your life forever.
Yeah.
For me, that person was tech and sports.
Oh, I mean, he's amazing.
He is. He gave me the confidence when all I did was send him something that I was trying to share.
Right.
You know, for his benefit or the group's benefit. And and he gave me the confidence and had a discussion with me that has literally changed the trajectory of my life.
Yeah.
Now, couple that with my husband is encouraging. He you know, he encourages me to do it. But most of these things, like what Deborah was saying, most of these things, you can have a job. If you're already working, you can have a job and tweak some of these things on the side. And, and I'm not saying it's going to be, none of this is get rich quick. We do not talk get rich quick. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. And sometimes you need, you know, some type of organization methods that helps you really get your head screwed on straight so that you can follow what you learn and keep your stuff straight so that you can move forward a step at a time.
Yep.
Bottom line, it's consistency. It doesn't matter what you do. You just have to be consistent.
Yep. Consistent. Yep.
Christine Miller says the feeling of it's too good to be true, plus fear of taking that first step, loss of security, stability that comes with a W-2 job. It's not as easy as some social media people make it seem. Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. People don't want to show, you know, the 25 times that they tried other things or the thousands that they lost in the beginning or any of that.
That is that's what makes us special in what we are trying to accomplish in this channel and in this collaboration, is because all of the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know, whether it's technical difficulties, whether it's our background, whether it's where we're coming live from, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We show the whole thing and we talk about all the parts, all the moving parts. We talk about the fact that, I mean, I've signed up for probably 10 things in the last 3 months.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah. Some things may pan out. Some things might not. Might not, but they're all still there. They're all in my tool belt and I can pull one out when I need to pull one out.
Yep.
And if I make $1 here, or I make 50 cents there, or maybe I make 500 over here, it all adds up together.
Yes.
And all of, you know, if you follow what I say about accounting, then it's all under one business in the beginning. So all of your expenses are one, all of your income goes together in a pot and all of your expenses come out in one pot. So it doesn't have to be difficult for bookkeeping wise either.
Nope.
Okay. So maybe that will help, because I don't think that any of the people listening right now are the people that I would like to have heard that.
Right.
Maybe the people that are listening right now can reach one person. And if we can reach one person and they can all reach one person, you know, those lives will get changed forever.
Yep. Yeah. No, I agree.
You've got some super exciting stuff going on.
Yeah, brand new. And I can talk about it, but I'm still kind of like, you know, in the dark, finding my way. So I think I talked about it 3 weeks ago. I got approved for TikTok Shop. So there's going to be 2 parts to this. I'll try to talk about them one at a time so we don't get confused. So let me reverse to a year ago when I first started an online boutique, not Poshmark or like my own thing. I tried to get involved with TikTok Shop then, but it was by invite only, under Mommy Hasn't Showered. So I started a new business, and fast forward to this year, pretty much they're letting anyone open it. If you have a business, they will let you open a TikTok Shop. So I opened a TikTok Shop 3 weeks ago, and it took me about let's see, 5 days to get approved. And then it took me like 4 days to figure out how to upload everything. And the thing that I like about, I'll say the pros and the cons. The thing I like about it is if you guys are not familiar with TikTok, and this is really, and you don't only have to be product based, you can be service based also, or information based, whatever. You could have 0 followers. So like right now, I have 17 videos up on my new account. I have 35 followers. My first video, I got almost 1,000 views. A video I posted yesterday, I just looked a little bit ago, I have 5,000 views. You can be brand new on there, not have any followers, and go viral and make sales like that. Just like that.
They make sales. Are you saying a product or what? In your
Have a TikTok shop and you upload your products to TikTok shop. Yep. So I was already selling on TikTok through Mommy Hasn't Showered, but I have a beacon store. So like Linktree, Stan Store, where you're redirecting to another website and then they purchase through there. But this is, everything's hosted on TikTok shop. The cons, I will say, you do not get paid for 21 days. I should know, but I've already put in my.
Oh no. Is this me or Renee? Which one of us got?
Oh, what's wrong?
One of us froze. And
Uh-oh.
Okay, you froze. I'm looking at the Zoom. At the YouTube. You froze for a second.
Oh, I'm not back yet. Am I good on YouTube now?
Let's see. Yes, you are back on YouTube.
Oh, okay, good. Now it's such a lag on there, I can't see. Okay. So I believe it's 14 days because you have 3 days to get it shipped out and 7 days to get your product scanned. And then 14 days from the time it's delivered. So you need to have cash for that. You do need to have cash for that because you need to be able to maintain your inventory, purchase new inventory until you get paid. So there's that. I have seen a couple of people complain that they had a product shipped out and then the person canceled and the product doesn't come back to you. So that could be an issue. So you need to be aware of that also.
Okay.
Now, I will say, so like I have a bunch of inventory from when I stopped doing Poshmark, eBay, Amazon, that type of stuff. That stuff I already have. I can put that on the shop. Now, I may not be able to get more of it, but I can put it up. You do the listing. It's not super detailed. It's one-page listing. It's very, very easy. And boom, there you go. They have to look it over and then it's usually live within the hour. So that's good for that. What I would really recommend, a lot of people who want to get involved with TikTok shop. And so here's another thing. You don't necessarily have to have a TikTok either to have a TikTok shop. So if you don't, and a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to get on TikTok. It's for dancing. It's not. I will dance, but I don't have a dancing. That's not my thing. I'm not a dancer. You don't want to see me dance. You could do faceless or you could just not have one. I saw a bunch of products and I tried to go to and I'm like pressing the button and I said, oh, they don't have a TikTok. So you can upload products and not even have a TikTok. Now you're going to have to invite creators to help promote those products, which is where the second portion comes in. I have a friend, she is a big Poshmark and eBay seller. She started putting her one-off items on there, which I was like, hey, if you're holding on to this inventory and you just want to get rid of it, why not? You don't have to have multiple. You don't have to. Is you can become a creator and make affiliate sales. So if you guys are doing affiliate marketing, you sign up to become a creator and you promote other people's products. So it's products that you're already using. I mean, I've seen makeup on there, homes, literally everything that you can think of, it's on there. You sign up, you get a commission, you can get the product. Sometimes they will give you a sample. That I don't know how that's determined. I got some samples. I don't know if anyone gives samples out, but you can request samples. It'll tell you how many other people requested a sample. Or you can buy it, then you make a video about it, or you go live. You can't go live on TikTok unless you have 1,000 followers, but you can make a business and go live that way if you want to do another thing. But if you want to just be a creator and do affiliate marketing on there, you can do it with the products that are right there on TikTok Shop, which is great, because if you don't want to have to ship out stuff, you don't want to have to deal with customers, any of that, but you have a social media presence, or you want to get a social media presence, there you go. And you don't have to show your face. If you're doing, say you like kitchen gadgets, you can set the camera up from your neck down and just show the gadgets off and just talk, or do a voiceover if you get nervous. Because some people are like, even though I'm not showing my face, I'm still getting nervous, I'm talking on the camera. Do a voiceover, record your video, do a voiceover and upload it, and you can make sales that way. So that's very, very exciting. It pays more than Amazon Associates, I can say that. Obviously, there aren't as many products as Amazon, but it's a good way to get your feet wet. You can get approved right away, and you can start making some sales.
So Side Gig and I have the same question. Can you sell digital products for download?
You cannot on TikTok Shop yet. Now, I sell digital products through TikTok. I have in my bio, I have a link, and I use beacons. I still use Linktree, but mostly for Pinterest. I use Beacons AI, which is $10 a month, and I have a store on Beacons, and I sell digital products through Beacons, and then the money goes into my PayPal.
I will say that even though I signed up for Beacon and I did the stuff the one day and I never went back again, they are really good about sending you emails on how to do this and that and the other. I just haven't read any of them.
Well, and you can set up email, like you can set up subscribers on there and capture. And that's a big thing. If you're trying to build a business, doesn't matter if it's affiliate marketing, if you want to have repeat buyers, you should be targeting the people who have already purchased from you and set up some sort of email system. You can do it right on there. Now I do it through Beacon, so people can sign up on there. And so when I add a new product to my Beacon store, it'll say, do you want to alert your subscribers? And you say yes, it'll send them an email. If something goes on sale, you can send them right from there. So you don't have to go into GetResponse or MailChimp or whatever email system you use. You can do it right from there. So yes, you can sell your digital products on there. I currently sell digital products through my Beacons AI store on TikTok. But like I said, in order to put a URL in your description up top, your bio, you have to have a business account. So you have to upload your paperwork, and then you can put your URL in there, or you have to have over 1,000 subscribers to put a URL in there. You can put it in there. It won't be hyperlinked, which, I've never taken the time out to highlight it, open a new browser, go in. I'm lazy. I'd rather just so I'm going to assume, that other customers are like that too. They want everything like this. So
I don't mind so much the copying and pasting, but like in Instagram, you can't copy. It won't allow it. So that's where I get frustrated, because I have to sit there and look and try and type it in.
So a lot of people will also direct people to their Instagram, and then they have their links over at Instagram in their bio, like a Linktree or Stand Store or whatever. But that's an extra step. I try to not have extra steps, because that's where people start to fall off.
Agreed.
So, but it is coming. They say it is coming. I was trying to find a workaround. I'm like, how could I sell a digital product through TikTok Shop? And the only thing I can think of is you're going to have to actually ship something to them. So ship them. I will use you, Cheryl. They buy your workbook. You ship them a little mini calendar that has like a 1-page calendar that has reminders on there. Weekly, you should be doing this. Daily, you should be doing this. And then at the bottom, put a QR code. They can scan the QR code and then it'll give them their access to their data. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't see why that's not allowed, but if you are going to try to do that, I would thoroughly read through what TikTok has to say, because I don't want, your account to get banned or something like that. But I feel like as long as you're sending them something and you tell them very clearly, yes, you will get your workbook, but it's digital, so it's not going to come in the mail. However, what we will send you is a free bonus XYZ. And then that is actually what the mail person will scan, and it'll go through the system. TikTok will see that you did send something off to them.
Right.
And actually, that's a terrible idea. Then you could also add them to your community and do upsells and stuff that way.
I think for me, I would just do the business account and have my link to my website, or the direct link to my workbook or whatever.
Yeah.
And not try and do those particular items on TikTok.
Right.
But Max says more road bumps loses more people in the funnel. And by the way, I just got to say, Max, I'm glad to see you back this week because I missed you last week.
Hi, Max. Hey, I thought this was him on here. I just had someone else pop up. I was like, that's Max. We're really glad you're back, Max. I was wondering where you were. Red Bull Road. Hey, I'm Chloe. Y'all are mommies. That's so cool. I'm a soon to be first time mommy. Also love y'all's channel. Thank you so much. I'm a soon to be mommy in a few weeks. I'm getting close. Congratulations.
Woohoo.
You're in for a fun ride. Motherhood is great.
Lots of ups and downs, but I want to tell you what.
Yeah. As I'm listening,
I love my kids.
Slam the front door. I literally say, guys, come in quiet. Mommy has her podcast. Okay. They hear, I hear all slamming the door. I'm like,
I didn't hear any of it.
at least they're shutting the door. That's a start. So I guess
yeah. That's a huge accomplishment. So
yes, absolutely. Well, Chloe, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it.
She's about to have one, and then I saw a post yesterday on Facebook from my oldest daughter. My oldest granddaughter is taking 3 AP classes and honors classes this semester.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I'm way down the road from where you are right now.
And I'm in the middle, Chloe, close to yes, I'm in. We have one that just left the house, but I also have a 4-year-old. So there's that. We're like, hey, try to not have kids for a couple of years, and then I'm still wiping butts. We're like in this weird spot right now. Yeah. Oh boy.
Okay, so
yeah,
about TikTok shop, which has got two different ways to go about it.
Yeah, and if you guys have this message, one of us, we anything we talk about on here.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, when it comes to revenue streams and helping people get started, Renee and I are open books. We like having, that doesn't mean everybody reach out at the same time and don't expect an immediate response. However, we both want to see people succeed, and it's all about paying it forward. So I think this is kind of our way of, what you give comes back. It's not like that you intentionally try to do that, but it just is the way energy flows.
Cheryl, I think you talked this up, because Chloe just said, I'm excited. When my kid asked me how old I was when I delivered, like, good question for another time. I'm barely 18. So Chloe, if you're here, because Cheryl literally just talked this up a minute ago, What? And you're going to be staying home with your baby, or you're going to be going back to work or anything, and you have any questions, we would be happy to help you.
I've literally got goosebumps.
Yep. See how fast that came back, Cheryl? You're talking about putting stuff in the universe, and yep. There it is, right there. Confirmation. Absolutely.
Y'all are gonna make me cry on camera, and I am not having that stuff.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. My eyes are already swollen because of the pollen, so you can't make me cry too. So yeah, okay. Chloe says she has a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We're here. We're here. We would love to answer any questions.
Absolutely.
Sorry for the silence, guys. YouTube we're what, like 9 seconds behind Zoom.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Side Gig says she went the other way. She was 35 when her son was born. Or am I messing that up? He went the other way. I don't, now I've forgotten. I can't stay. I gotta start making notes.
Oh no, Sidekick. Yes, she. Yep.
Okay. Phew.
Yep.
So Side Gig was 35 when their son was born.
Oh yeah, been there. And I was called a geriatric pregnancy. I'm like, excuse you. What? So she says, I live with my aunt and uncle, and I have since I was a week old. Okay, wow. And I have some commercial modeling. Oh, cool, for Shein since I was 13. And my aunt is amazing with babies. She has 4 kids. Wow, commercial modeling, that's pretty cool. Did you want to get started working with Shein, or do you still do modeling? And I want to stay home with my little boy, but if I do decide to stay home, I'm not going back to modeling. I'm done with that. Okay, but I'm extremely good at tennis. Do you think teen coach is good? Do I think being a tennis coach would be good? I'm not exactly. 15 things just popped in my head when you said tennis. So yeah, commercial modeling is good, but when you actually work for them and realize real quick. Yeah. And Shein, I know that they were under some fire for fast fashion. I mean, Cheryl, you probably know, people are like super against Shein, but that's okay. Oh, do you think a tennis coach would be good? Being I can't speak. I'm not athletic, girl. I'm not. If you ever see me running, you better run because it's a problem. Okay. Like, I'm not running because it's fun. Let me tell you that.
Tacos or tequila?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right. I feel like that would be flexible so that you can stay home with your son. You'll keep yourself active. Okay. It'll be a good way to get out and talk to someone besides a baby, because when you're in the beginnings, you're like, I don't want to goo goo gaga anymore. I need some adults to talk to. Yeah. I wish I had thought it through. Doing work for Shein, she wish she had thought it through. Well, when you're 13, you do what you think is good at the time. You did your best. But if you're deciding to not do that anymore, I think that being a tennis coach would be good. There are so many things you could do with, I mean, like literally, can you see the weird? Yes, to be a tennis coach, but that could be a very small portion of your income if you want it to be. I'm single and I plan. Yep. I have nothing to lose. Yeah. That's a good, that you're young and the whole world is in front of you. I'm generally fit, very active. Okay. And you played it very competitively. Then you could definitely help people. You could help people in other ways besides doing one-on-ones with them in person.
Right. So let me put this little piece of the puzzle out there. my personal opinion on the one-on-ones is you have to charge an exponential amount of money to make it worth your time, because you literally are trading time for money. However, with the expertise that you have with tennis, and you can take that same knowledge and put it into things that would become, man, I've got to go back and watch this video because he used a word other than passive and it was like amazing. It's like, I have to add it to my vocabulary. But you can use that knowledge in other ways, whether it be a PDF on exactly how to hold a racket, or YouTube videos on small bites of how to do things. Because if you give things away, one, you're going to get people that don't want to do it by themselves in this type of industry.
Exactly.
And then you're going to show your expertise, which is going to give you the ability to command the higher dollar value for when you do one-to-one trainings. Consider group training also. Consider online shops.
Yep.
Like on online training, like a membership.
Yep.
Yeah, PDF downloads, anything. I mean, you could get onto you could get into Midjourney and create some graphics all around, tennis stickers or tennis practice planner.
Right.
I'm like, okay, yeah, my head's going.
Yeah, she said, Cheryl, that's a good idea. Thank you so much. The tennis thing will be later down the road. I'm so excited to be a mommy. That's awesome. She also said if she wanted to, with all her time with she could live by herself, but I need my aunt. I know I will, and I don't want to leave. I would not leave. If she's saying you can stay and she's willing to help you, you should stay. Because my husband and I, we have 6 kids. And this last one, I was like, I'm not going to make it. And it was not my first time. And all of the help I could get was so beneficial to me, being able to rest, keep my sanity, get rest, eat properly. You just in the beginning, everyone needs help. You need help. Even if you don't think you need help, just take the help. So I wouldn't leave. Yeah. She's saying, I'm not planning on. Good. You should stay. 100%. Yeah. Even if it's just for that adult company that we were talking about, just for a break. Yeah. I mean,
I had all of my children very young. And then I had 3 grandchildren for a brief period of time, older. I was in my 40s, late 40s, and took in 3 grandchildren for a brief period of time. And it was like, oh my goodness, how did I ever do this?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a whole lot. There are still things some days I'm like, what the heck? What is that? Deborah said, Chloe, you can do so much since you know tennis well. You can be a coach, a private coach, write about tennis for a newspaper, or analyze tennis for sports teams. Yeah. There are so many things that you can do. Like, obviously, you're very excited to be a mom. Concentrate on that. Get settled in on that. But you're lucky to have a deep knowledge in something as a young person, because a lot of people just, they don't really, I feel like people don't really have hobbies that much anymore. I don't know, maybe they do and they just don't talk about them, but that's really good. And you have so many options. It's so funny that you said that, because yesterday, someone that I follow in the affiliate marketing world posted something from vidIQ, which is a YouTube, like SEO, what would you call it? Like an SEO app. And they just hit 1 million views, and their channel is off of pickleball. And so I looked the channel up, obviously, and the channel's less than a year old, has 9,000 subscribers. He has like 60 videos, but it's video clips. It's video clips that he had someone compile, and there's a voiceover talking about the 10 greatest pickleball moves. And I know nothing about pickleball. So that is perfect for someone who's trying to learn, or for someone who is an enthusiast. Top 10 of the greatest pickleball moves. 5 things you don't know about pickleball. What is pickleball? Why is it? I feel like I just heard about it recently. So, why did it just explode off? You could do all of that with tennis. All of it. My cousin Abby is amazing at tennis. We do doubles tournaments. Oh, wow. We've won 8 doubles tournaments. You can put that on your resume. Absolutely. That
Okay.
absolutely.
I am looking for something right quick. And then, do you happen to have that pickleball? We'll just pick a tennis one. We'll find, I'll search a tennis one. Oh man, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
But there's so many, and you don't even have to show yourself if you don't want to. You can, but you don't have to. There's so many different things you can do. You can do tennis versus pickleball. What's the difference? I'd watch that because I know that the racket looks different, but that's about all. And I know that the rules are different, but I don't know any of the terms.
I have it saved here somewhere. Offhand, what I'm looking for is the website that shows you how much of a YouTube channel is making.
Oh, Social Blade.
Social Blade. Thank you.
We play a ton of pickleball. See, that's awesome. And see, you already play pickleball, so you know about it. So you could very easily do a comparison. Very easily. You have all of the information. Even if you don't even want to do it based off of, and honestly, people would watch this, how I went from giving birth to playing in my first tournament. Here is what I eat in a day. Here are the stretches that I do at night. This is how I fit playing, 3 tennis games in a day with a newborn. There's so many different things that you could do just to give people ideas about how to organize your car if you're going for a weekend tournament, how to pack for a day at the park with an infant while you are playing a sport. I mean, there's so many different things that you can talk about that people, oh, okay, good. Oh, let me look at this. Okay. If you're on Zoom, you can see this. I haven't played a ton of tennis in 2 months. Oh yeah, I'm sure. When I do a backhand or twist, power shot, I pee. Yeah. Welcome to the club, girlfriend.
Okay. So this particular website is Social Blade, and
good.
You put in a YouTube channel that you're curious about how much they make, their videos, all their stuff. And I watched a video recently that said that whatever you see on Social Blade, it's probably higher than the high end.
Oh yeah.
So in this particular case, this is Intuitive Tennis. It was the first one that came up when I put in Teach Me Tennis in YouTube.
Yep.
And so I looked it up. They have 493 uploads. They've got 233,000 videos. Their estimated monthly earnings are between $244 and $3.9 thousand, so $3,900.
Yep.
You scroll down a little bit, you can see that on Wednesday they may not have made anything, but on Thursday, that's the 10th, it looks like they made somewhere between 8 and 132. Here's between 18 and 292.
Wow.
Daily average between $8 and $130. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but to some people, it's more than what they're making.
That'll get you going for sure.
And if you can do it all from home with a baby on your hip.
Yep.
And there's a lot of things that become tax deductible, because I obviously got to throw that part in, because I think that YouTube is the ultimate tax hack. But this is just a little piece of the puzzle. And I just wanted to give Chloe a little glimpse into what she has the potential to do and exceed.
Yep. Chloe's saying, yeah, wow, I should start a channel. just as Cheryl said earlier, anyone can get started on eBay. We both feel the way about this. Anyone can get started with social media with the thing that you have in your hand right now. Like literally you could post a video. Hi, my name's Chloe. I'm about to give birth. I like this, that. Welcome to my journey. Bye. Just very, very quickly. Very quick. Yeah. So the title. So Chloe, can you, I don't know if you want to put your email in. Can you reach out to me? Because so I will give you the titles. But the thing is, and you'll learn this about YouTube, you can't just put any title online. You can put in there, okay, that's fine. That's awesome. You'll have to do a little bit of research. So if you want to talk about, I love tennis, and you want to make I'm just thinking off the top of my head. You can't make the title, I love tennis. YouTube probably won't like that. It would have to be something like, this one sport has brought me the most joy in my life, or whatever. I'm just thinking you'll have to kind of research it. What I can do for you is when you send me your email, and Cheryl, Cheryl, I think you use vidIQ, right?
I'm
Or
using it too, buddy.
Okay, I think my husband has vidIQ. I will come up with some ideas and run it through the system, and then send you the optimized one. It won't take long, and then just send you the optimized ones, because you don't want to create content if it's not going to rank. And we really haven't talked about ranking and stuff, but when you have a YouTube video or YouTube channel, a blog, you do TikToks, you do Instagram, there is a method to the madness. Yes, you can post whatever you want, but you have to use certain keywords, certain titles. There's stuff with the thumbnails. It's not hard. And if you do it right from the start, it's going to come second nature, but you should know it from the beginning. So yeah, how I practice tennis with a 4-month-old baby. Yes, absolutely. I'll run that exact title through, and I will definitely, I will include something that is, close to that in there. What YouTube is exactly looking for.
So I'm not sure if Chloe has heard or much about or played with ChatGPT or one of the other types of AIs yet, but I saw a question in a group yesterday that I commented towards, and what they were saying was they were just putting in, write me a blog post for how XYZ does ZYX.
Right.
And they weren't getting what they wanted.
You're not.
So what my response to that was, and this is something that I've learned just because I'm playing with it and because I have my book, is that, like, I wrote out the other day, I wrote out a blog post that I wanted to be my first blog post on my website. And I'm not saying it's the best thing ever, but I wanted it to be my first blog post. And then I was like, okay, well, I wonder how ChatGPT would write this. So I just copied and pasted what I wrote into ChatGPT, and it spit out something that was so much better than what I wrote. And then I took that and I tweaked it some more, that it was still my voice, my thoughts, and how I would say it. And it literally, doing that took me less than 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew what I wanted to say. That was easy. I stuck it into ChatGPT. It spit it out in seconds. And then I tweaked that. And in 15 minutes time, I had a blog post that I could live with.
Right.
Now, getting it onto my website is a totally different story that I don't want to discuss right now. However, my point is that we don't have to be perfect. We do have to be we do have to have, like, you, Chloe, you've got this knowledge base. I know nothing about tennis. I mean, I probably don't even hold a racket right. When I hit the ball, it goes over here, and my husband doesn't want to even try to play with me. So we went a couple of times, and he was the one running all over the court, and I was just standing there. So he doesn't want to go back. But you have this knowledge base. So like mine is accounting and taxes and things. So I'm using that and taking the things I already have in my head,
yep,
and putting them out there for the people. You can do the same thing from your phone into a blog post, and it's super easy. And start building things up. You can take those same blogs and you can do a faceless video if that's what you wanted to do. You could put that stuff on TikTok, like what Renee was talking about early on, and build a following. And it's literally everything is from your phone. You can just do videos with voiceover based on what you pulled from, what your thought process was that you put into ChatGPT. It gave you something well written to speak. And if you're doing it faceless, you can read it and nobody knows that you're reading it. Or you can do it, you can just kind of have, right like that.
Yep.
And still read it. And okay, so what if they know that it looks like you're reading? It's
totally fine. Okay. She has a lot of questions. Pretty much, I'm going to just kind of summarize this, Chloe, but she is worried that she's going to get hooked on it and she doesn't want to. Pretty much being a mother is going to be everything to her. And she's going to have this big responsibility. She doesn't want tennis to take over. They're doing some summer tournaments next summer, but she's worried she's not going to be as driven, which you are going to have responsibility, obviously. And you get that. And she's okay. And she's saying she'll be recovering also. She probably won't play tennis for 2 months. Right. That's 100% true. Yeah, definitely rest your body. And I wouldn't worry about something that is a year away. That's literally what I would tell my 17 or 18-year-old. Anyone. Do not worry about something that is not happening right now. Worry about what you're in control of right now. You're 37 weeks pregnant. You're uncomfortable. It's the summertime. Just focus on staying hydrated and getting through the day, delivering your baby. And she just doesn't want to get hooked on it. Yeah, and that's fine. And you know what? And that's totally fine. But here's something real, and you can't really, and Cheryl will tell you the same thing. Any mom that's on here, and father too, will explain. When you have a child, and no one can explain this to you, but you'll feel it when it happens. Everything just kind of changes, but it also kind of clicks. Like you just fall into it so effortlessly. And it's like, oh, okay, like this is my life now. This, you don't have to be worried about any of it. Right. You don't need to be worried about next summer. And Abby is not, she doesn't have the life responsibilities that you have right now. Try not to worry about it. And Abby's over here practicing every day and keeps telling me I really don't want to think about that. I wouldn't worry about it. Let her practice every single day. When your body feels healed and rested, and you might not play for 6 months. Don't even put that pressure on yourself. Like, oh, in 2 months, you might not play in 2 months. You might not just feel quite, my last one, I gained 70 pounds, had some problems after my C-section. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to put pants on for 2 months. So don't put that pressure on yourself. Just relax, heal. You will be able to play tennis again. If you go out and you're only able to play for 5 minutes, you play for 5 minutes. Don't put this pressure on yourself where you don't love it anymore either. Yep. That's very responsible that you told her that. She said, I'm not going to rush it. Yep. I made that clear. When I feel like I'm ready to play, I will start. That is excellent. Stick to that.
The thing about what we're talking about here is it's actually got nothing to do with physically playing the game.
Yeah.
It's something that you can carve out 5 or 10 minutes when the baby's napping.
Yep.
And think about what you can do with your knowledge that will create a life for you and your son.
Yep.
So that you can live like nobody else.
Exactly.
And I mean that in a positive, solid financial way, not as a young mother that's going to have to struggle.
Right.
Which is where I was.
Oh God. Yeah. It's crazy too. I had a very good paying job. I made over 6 figures when I was a single mom, but I did not manage my money well. And I bought a house. We had cars. We had vacations. So it was always something. Always something like, oh, I need a new roof. Oh, I need a transmission. Like, so when you're just in that, like, okay. Sometimes life does pass you by. And I get what you're saying about, oh, I want to be a mama, but don't lose yourself also.
Right.
Oh, she's saying that her weight is down. Oh, yikes. Because she couldn't keep anything down. I weigh as much as a 15-year-old girl. You know what? I wouldn't worry about that either. Do you go to your prenatal appointments? Do they say that the baby is fine? Then the baby is fine.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So she made over 6 figures with Shein. That's awesome. And there's something special about being with my aunt and everyone. I'm really glad you pointed that out, Chloe, because it's funny. I watched a little blip. It wasn't like a commercial or anything, but it was longer than a commercial, but it wasn't a documentary about how families, and they still do this in other countries, how families used to stay together for a very long time. And you raise children together and you live under one roof and you share the responsibilities and you know, oh, I didn't go to the grocery store, but you did. And oh, you're cooking dinner tonight. Awesome. I'll clean up. And that is something very special to have. That is something very, very special to have. Enjoy it while you can. A lot of people don't have that. And it makes a huge, 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 huge difference if you get to experience that.
Yes.
The baby being a bit smaller shouldn't be an issue. Yep. If he's fine, keep on keeping on. Absolutely. And I know it feels like a lot. Yeah, there's a dynamic here. We all eat dinner together and do a lot together. Yep. You know what's so crazy to me? A lot of people don't eat dinner together anymore. My kids, and I say that because my kids point out, well, such and such gets to watch TV while they're eating. And I'm like, I don't care. Turn it off now. Like, you don't need the TV. You've been watching your game literally all day. You could sit here and talk to your mother for 30 minutes. You'll be all right. I want to hear about your day. I want, Cheryl, you get it. I mean, you've been down that road. You already know. Like, no, we're going to sit here. I call it triple F, forced family fun.
See, we sat at the table and when my kids were younger, when I was home.
Yeah.
But like now, there's a lot of times where like Steve goes in, he sits in front of the TV with his food. I'm not, I mean, the dogs are really good, but I'm not competing with dogs staring at me or anything else or having to yell at them. I sit at the table.
Yeah.
And when I cook dinner and he's right there and I'm sitting at the table, most of the time he sits down with me and we do have a little bit of face-to-face conversation. We are also very much, very, very, very focused on
eating. Yeah.
We like our food.
Yeah.
But it is very special that Chloe has that. I never had that. I generally didn't have it with a spouse, let alone with anybody else. And I struggle living with people. I do. I struggle living with and not having the control over my environment.
Yep.
So.
Oh, wow. Chloe says she graduated yesterday. She worked her butt off and she did homeschool and she graduated. That is amazing.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
That's amazing. That's so good. I know that you have to feel so much relief. Like, okay, good. I'm done with this. Like, yes.
I actually got my GED after my oldest daughter was born.
It's a lot studying. I do not like to study. So we'll leave it at that. I don't like to study.
I like to study on things that I want to learn. And so, that's where I keep holding up my book, because y'all just don't get how special this is to me.
Oh, I do. Oh, I know. That's why I said you should start one for sure. She's saying, her aunt says, when are you ready for a boyfriend? That's not one thing I'm gonna do for a while. I agree with you, Chloe. I love my husband. We've been married 5 years. So I didn't get married till I was in my 30s. And I am perfectly okay with that. I had children before that, but I'm perfectly okay that I did not get married until I was in my 30s. And I would be okay if I never got married, honestly. I think that there's like a pressure. People are like, oh, if you're going to have children, you have to get married. Marriage is not for everyone. I'm not focusing on boys.
I don't mind putting it out there. I did not marry the father of my children.
Yeah.
And this is technically my 4th marriage. So one of them was twice.
Oh, I didn't know that, Cheryl.
Yep. And we've been married. We just celebrated 6 years married.
Mm-hmm.
We've been together for 12. We've actually known each other since middle school, but never dated. But yet, saying all that, I love my husband.
I love mine.
We have a great time together when we go out.
Yes.
I finally reached, and it's taken me 53 years, but I finally reached a place in my life where I don't feel like I have to live with someone. I'm perfectly fine on my own.
Yep.
So if you can embrace that and get a hold of that beforehand and be comfortable by yourself beforehand, that doesn't mean not let somebody in. Because a lot of people will go so far the other way that nobody will is ever right to come into their space. So, but it's good to be comfortable in your own skin. It's good to be comfortable by yourself. It's a solid, what's the word for it? I can't think of the proper word for it. It's a good, solid quality. It's healing.
It is. And she's saying there might be someone that she's interested in, but she doesn't want to start anything since she's going to have a new challenge in a few weeks. And I 100% agree with that.
Same.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Get settled in. Enjoy your baby. You won't even be thinking about that. You won't be thinking about anybody else.
I don't know about anybody else, but like I am overwhelmed about, I talk about speaking stuff up.
Oh, Cheryl, you 100%. Chloe, is this your first time joining in? I would really, and then how did you find this live today on a Tuesday at noon? I'd love to know. Also, thank you again for joining, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. That's a good choice, Chloe. Yep. Yep. You're gonna have a brand new baby in a couple weeks. But I'd love to know. We love to know how people found us. This was a very awesome conversation. Very insightful. Cheryl and I could talk forever. Oh, nice. She's watched a few of our videos and decided I wanted to join the live. We're so happy that you're here. So happy. Chloe, can you, and I might have missed, can you shoot me your email in this box right here? Well, is there a way on here? Because this is going to show up, right, Cheryl?
Yes.
Chloe, if you don't want to put your
I wouldn't put your email in the chat. However, let's see.
I'm just mommy hasn't showered at Gmail.
There you go.
Yep. Can you just shoot me an email, and then that way we can have a email thread going on. I'll put mine in there. Because mine's public, and I just,
Right.
anyone could find it at any time, or they can just take a really good guess and they'll reach me. Shoot me an email, because we'll send you those. It might not be today because my kids just got home. Yes. Yep. 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 Good. Awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're here every Tuesday at noon, and you can find us. We're the same handle on all socials, right? Or Cheryl?
I'm fairly close. I'm either Saw Cheryl or like Simplified Accounting with Cheryl. I tried to do the same thing everywhere, but
Yep.
Like TikTok, I'm sawcheryl.com, like spelled out.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. She's saying, thanks for tennis advice. Absolutely. Yep. I won't think you're ignoring. I know you have a ton going on. If for some reason I miss your email, just literally message me on anything else. I have 2 cell phones. I generally have one of them in my hand at all times. So sometimes my 4-year-old takes one of the phones and, he's watching his whatever, but at some point I will see it. This was great, Cheryl. I think you need to go play the lottery today. Make sure you split the winnings with all of us, since we were all a part of this.
All right. I do have to go out later, and I'm not big on lottery or gambling, but you might be right with this one.
Yep. Yep.
Speak it, it will come.
Absolutely. So we're just Chloe is still talking about, yep, tennis is just my favorite thing. That's awesome. That's good to have something other than your kid. When I say this, sometimes people give me the side eye, but obviously I love my kids and my kids are everything, but I'm still Renee, and I'm always going to be Renee, and Renee has hobbies and things that she likes too. So that's
right.
always, that's what it is. You don't want, because there's going to come a day when you don't have kids at home anymore. And then what? You know nothing about yourself. You know nothing about anything that you like. Yeah. So, yep. There's that. Well, guys, thank you so much.
This was great. We've got 5 people watching over on my channel. You've got several over on yours. I really appreciate everyone showing up and participating today. Apparently, we need to do more of these.
Yeah.
Because this was really good.
Absolutely.
And it's our heart. It's really like revenue streams is kind of like our other love language.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say so.
I mean, it gets the creative juices going. It gives our mind something to do. And Renee and my minds go 100 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour a minute. Yeah, it's like multiplied. So, and it's funny because our conversations, like our topics, will switch and we follow each other right through all the switches and the backs and the U-turns and the forwards and the everything. And it's great. It's been a lot of fun. And so I'm thrilled that I get to do this with her and with all of you. Chloe,
Yeah.
thank you so much for
tuning
in live today.
Chloe, and she's saying she might ask the boy out in 6 months. Well, Chloe, we'll be here in 6 months. So I would love an update. Obviously, I'd like an update on how you're doing.
Yes.
On your baby.
Yes. We got to know when the baby gets here. We want a picture. Yes. We want name. We want size, weight, all the particulars. Yes. We need to know, because this is just another grandbaby to me.
Yes. Yeah, we'll be here next week, Chloe. Yeah, come back next week. His name is Logan. Oh, cute.
Aww, I love it.
For baby Logan. And we'll be thinking of you, obviously. And if you need anything, just reach out. If you have any questions or anything like that, I'm always down to talk. You know, it's funny at work. So I was a paramedic. Well, I still am a licensed paramedic. I just don't practice. But people would always come to me and say, Renee, tell me all of the stuff that you don't, all the not so good stuff. I love talking about pregnancy, childbirth, motherhood, even though I hate pregnancy and I hated childbirth, obviously. But I like talking about that. I like medical stuff too. So yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, you don't have to do a picture. That's fine. She said probably not do a picture. That's totally fine. But we would love to have an update on how you're doing, honestly.
I didn't mean public. I just meant
Yeah.
Granny over here wants
Yep.
to see pictures of all the babies.
Yep. So please, we'll be here next Tuesday, noon. Sometimes 12:05, because like today I was having technical difficulties with my phone, which it's always something, but
No, I think we actually made it. We made it right on time.
we did.
Yeah.
We did. All right, guys. I know that we talked about a lot today, but if you guys have any questions, as always, please, you have our emails. Yep. 12 o'clock on Tuesday. Yep. We'll be here.
That's right. All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chloe, for sharing. And Renee, this has been great.
Yep.
I've enjoyed it.
I'll see y'all next week.